every time I think, why am I not out there? You know, I could do better than that.
That's because you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's all about money.
Well, you didn't get the King of Spain to build you a toll road.
I don't think I've got much contact with him. And they were talking about the Nicaraguan election coming up just before this. Talking about how Ortega is really courting the Catholic Church now, and he's even opposed to abortion, and just about as right-wing as you can get.
Well, he's older now, so he's going to do whatever it takes to get the vote.
But
Castro's out, Chavez is sick, so there's not much support left.
they were talking about how dependent they were on Venezuelan oil, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I guess they are the poorest country north. They're even poorer than Guatemala, aren't they?
Nicaragua?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're the poorest country, period. I think the average Guatemalan makes $10 a week or something like that. I mean, the Nicaraguan.
You don't hear about many Nicaraguans trying to emigrate to the U.S., though.
Well, there aren't that many.
Yeah.
It's a small country. Then you have to go through Mexico, and that's a bloody proposition.
Well, still, the Guatemalans have to do that, too, but at least you hear about Guatemalans here. And Hondurans. I've met a lot of Hondurans.
But increasingly, they get kidnapped or whatever.
What's your sound?
Did you see it straight out of the bowl?
No.
Okay.
It's a serpent dish. Here. Well, if you want to. I mean, it's alright. I'm taking the sweets.
Remember Ortega had the wife that flew to New York and bought the $2,000 sunglasses or something?
Who did?
Nicaragua. Ortega.
Really?
Yeah, this was back sometime back.
Man, that is really poor. I mean,
Yeah.
$2,000 sunglasses. Why would
I guess Guatemala slipped. Their economy's even sliding, they're just coming apart at the seams there. They got zero economy. They're all trying to go to Mexico, that's rough when you do that. And the same with El Salvador, it doesn't seem to be.
El Salvador used to have the 14 families that controlled everything. I remember that. I don't know if that's still the situation there. Oh, I guess I took it all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Seemed like about the right amount. Did I ever tell you I met the owner or one of the family members of the owners of El Gallo from the beer from Guatemala?
Oh, really?
One of the owners?
He's part of the family.
You gave him a cab ride or something?
No, he was on a bus. No, this is way back. 40
Something
years
back.
ago. He was going to the University of Idaho. That was just a coincidence, though.
I thought it was funny because they were talking about the Greek premier and the leader of the opposition were roommates in Amherst, college roommates. Now they're...
You want this?
No.
The Greek premier and who?
and the leader of the opposition party in Greece.
Oh, really?
We're college roommates, yeah.
Sometime back, around that time, you took Bill and Laurel to a lecture by Andrew.
Andrew Weil, yeah.
Weil.
You know who Andrew Weil is?
Mm-hmm.
He just read
I
about...
was reading today where I hadn't heard much from him, and he had in there that he'd been depressed. He said he suffered from
Andrew
bouts.
Weil?
Yeah,
Suffered from bouts. So he says he's taking B12 and exercising, but you know he got all messed up because of.
That was his whole thing was that.
I thought it was strange. Yeah, if you did what he did, you would be all right. But
Yeah.
I guess not. You know.
Holistic living or whatever it was.
Yeah. Wellness or. You know,
And he was depressed.
He was depressed.
Had pretty severe bouts of depression, and so.
I told him to drop him an email and invite him to come
I said,
along with us.
you got to come live with some farm workers. I mean, they're happy. You know, these guys here, they lost their jobs, and then they lost their other job. The recycling went down the tubes, and you know they still managed to keep a stiff upper lip and go at it. You know, they'll do whatever it takes. You know, and you know, but they're upbeat. You know, I'm thinking, you know, I was thinking Andrew Weil. He's got lots of money and lots of books, and you know, he can do whatever he wants. He got some position at the University of Arizona or something there in Arizona. And I think he used to live in Marin County, but I'm not absolutely certain about that. You know, something he said he wouldn't go out of his room for days or something because he was depressed. I thought, oh my gosh, you know. Well, it goes to show you, huh? Well, I had read somewhere that a third of Americans were depressed. That's
a lot.
That's one out of
I'm
three.
not meeting them, but they're probably indoors.
That's one out of three, you know.
That's a lot of people.
And they define that by at some point in their lives they were incapacitated with depression. In other words, you couldn't go to work, you couldn't go to school, you couldn't, you know, whatever. You either went to the hospital or you stayed home or whatever, you know. So it wasn't just like you were feeling blue. It was like you were actually at some point in your life you couldn't go out. 1 out of 3. I think in California it was higher than that, but that was appropriate depressing because people lost everything, or they lost, you know. All of a sudden you thought you had $1 million in assets, and then one day you look at it and you only got half of that, you know. Or you had, you know, you worked all your life for a business or whatever, and you put it in real estate and you lost all your money, you know. I mean, that's kind of what I would call appropriate depression. Yeah, you got reason to be, you know. But Andrew Weil, I wonder what he would be appropriately depressed about, you know.